Hi, welcome to the We've Got Tulips show. And today we're pretty excited to have Collin here today. Come on out, Collin. Yeah, nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going? Looking good, Collin. Looking good. So, Collin, we had your cousin Mary on the show last week, and she's telling us a bit about the story.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, this is Collin. He's the main character in the book, The Secret Garden. It's actually written about his story here. So he's here to answer some questions that we've got for him to see, how he's feeling and those kind of things. So, welcome, Collin. So excited you can be here. And you walked in here. That was miraculous. That was awesome. So. Okay, Collin, these are questions from people who've read the book and they would like to know a little bit more information. So, Collin, one of the questions is they want to know how you felt by laying in your bed for so many years. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel very sad and like I was weighing my father down and just,
Yeah, I bet I'd probably get like depressed or something, right? Laying in bed all day. Ugh, that wouldn't be very good. Fun anyway. So the second question is, how did it make you feel when your dad wouldn't look at you?
It made me feel sad and like I was a mistake. And it made me feel very depressed.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Collin, did you have, are your parents alive?
One of them, yeah.
One of them is. Who died?
My mother, she died in the secret garden. She fell from a rose tree.
Oh, man. And then how old were you?
I was born
Just
barely.
Just barely born. And so your father, probably had a hard time. And what did he do with you after that?
He just put me in my room and locked me in there. My servants just came and treated me. That was my home.
Oh my heavens! So who raised you then?
Servants that my father commanded them to give me whatever I wanted. So I got pretty spoiled. Yeah.
Wow. So they gave you whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that would be hard. So, so we had Mary on the show, and she was talking about how you're always crying. How she always heard you crying. Why were you crying?
I was crying because I was always feeling depressed, and that I was a mistake in this world, and yeah.
So when you would talk to your servants at that time, how would you talk to them?
I would yell at them and not say thank you. I'd be very rude.
Yeah, just bossing them around or something like that. Oh man, that sounds like something I would like to do. So, it mentions something about the question is, did you like it when people looked at you? Would look at you when you're in your bed?
Because I felt like they were making fun of me and that they were wasting my time and they weren't worthy.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were healthy, or how'd you feel?
I felt like I was going to have an early death and I was going to be a hunchback.
Oh.
And that's a part of why I cried a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, what did you think of Mary when she first came into your room, or when she'd come in? Yeah.
I wanted her to get out, but then she stayed and talked and told me the beauties of the garden and nature, and I wanted to go there for some strange reason, and we struck up a friendship. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So, so when you went to the garden with Mary, and well, let's go back a little bit. So So besides Mary, you became friends with you. You got other friends, right? Who are they?
Mary, Dickon, and Ben Weatherstaff were,
Oh,
yeah.
good friends. So who's Dickon?
Dickon is this boy who can talk with animals and feels comfortable with them. And he is a very dependable friend and always trustworthy and very helpful.
Okay, and is Dickon related to anybody?
Yeah, he's the cousin. I mean, he is related to his sister is one of the maids.
Oh, okay. And anybody else? His mom?
His mom lives out on the moor, so yeah.
Okay, so those are Ben Wither. You said Ben who?
Ben Weatherstaff.
Oh, okay. Who's that guy?
He is a gardener. He's the gardener of all the gardens, the food and crops. And so my mother, she asked Ben Weatherstaff to keep the garden alive when she passed away, before she passed away, and she said, and he goes once a year until he got this problem with his back, so he couldn't climb the wall, and yeah.
So he had to sneak in there then, I take it, if he had to climb a wall. Oh, okay. Why did he have to sneak in there? Why didn't he just walk in?
Because the door was locked.
Oh, okay. So how did you feel when you'd go to the garden?
I felt happy because that's where my mom spent most of her time, and she loved being there. So it made me feel like I was part of her there.
And when you were in the garden, how did you get there if you couldn't walk at first?
Mary and Dickon would help me get there.
Oh, okay. And so when you were in the garden, what things did you do in the garden? Like, just tell us one experience.
I planted a rose bush.
Wow.
And my mother's favorite plant was the roses, so
okay.
I was pretty overwhelmed by that.
Yeah. Let's see here. So, since we're talking about the garden, when you were in the garden, what did you discover in the garden? Something about you.
That I have the strength to stand, and that I wasn't a mistake in this world, and that I could be healthy again and be just like Mary, or even better.
Yeah, okay. So tell us about that day that you said you stood. So what happened? What possessed you to just stand?
Ben Weatherstaff went up to me and called me. Well, he said, aren't you crippled? Are your legs crippled? Are you crippled? Poor little cripple. So I stood up, and
Were you happy or mad that he said that?
I was mad.
Yeah. So you stood up? Wow. That's got to be a shock for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, holy moly. Shock for everyone, I bet. Wow. So we talked about how you stood up in the garden, about the friendships you made and trust, those kind of things you made with your friends. What else did you find in the garden?
I found I discovered that I wanted to be a scientist.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to figure out what this magic was that healed him.
Healed you?
And healed me. And the things that help and the things that make the plants grow. And he wanted to, and one of these times when I met Ben, I helped heal Ben and
his bad back.
His back and.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like pretty A pretty awesome story. So you, what do you want to do with that magic?
I want to bottle it up and spread it everywhere.
Share it with others? Wow, you've come a long way. Before all this garden and meeting your friends, did you want to help others? No, you just started doing that. Just barely felt that way, huh? Okay, wow. It must have been hard to keep the secret about the garden from people, and then really must have been really hard to keep the secret that you could now stand and walk. Why did you want to keep that a secret?
I wanted to keep the secret garden secret away because I didn't want to be kept indoors for the rest of my life because I didn't want them to stop me from going out into the secret garden.
Yeah, okay. And then when you started to walk, why did you keep that a secret from people?
Because I didn't want everybody to know and send a letter to my father, and then he wanted it to be special so my father would see how healthy he's gotten.
You've gotten, oh, okay, all right. So, so tell us about the time that you finally let your secret out. What happened?
My father had so Mrs. Sowerby, Dickens' mother, and she sent a letter to my father who said, and the letter just said, "Hurry, come see your son." She didn't say that he could stand or if something bad or good happened to him. So he immediately comes back from his trip. He's here. My father goes to the secret garden because right when he gets there, he goes to the secret garden because he had a dream that he would go to the secret garden and he would see his wife there. And so as he puts his hand on the doorknob, Collin, I run up to him after I won a race. I ran up to him and fell into his arms.
Oh man, how'd that make you feel?
It made me feel happy.
Yeah.
And that he finally loved me.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Wow, that's a journey. So now that you can walk, we're wondering, are you happy? Are you happier now that you can walk and found this magic, or were you happier when you were in your bed and you can order your servants to do everything for you?
I'm happier that now I have friends and I'm not as greedy. And I still have some servants to do what I want, but I'll be nice and pay them extra. But Dad won't know.
But you can do things on your own, I'm sure. Yeah, that's nice. Well, good deal. Well, we're so excited you made some good friends and that you can walk. What a miracle. And do you still feel like you're going to die in early age?
No, I think I'm 100% healthy now.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, thanks, Collin. Nice meeting you. Good luck with that magical experiment, scientific stuff.